Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Nee.
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate.
Ach du Scheiße.
It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not?
Wahrscheinlich schon.
How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue.
Ja.
I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
Du warst es die ganze Zeit, kann es sein?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber.
Wahrscheinlich sie.
It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me.
Huh.
Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it?
Wunderbar, das klingt nicht überzeugend.
Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth.
Okay, was denn?
In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
Was?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
Was?
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered?
Ach du Heilige, was ist das für eine Wendung nach einer Wendung?
Has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice.
Okay.
But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine.
Okay.
The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
Das über 500 Jahre?
It was all part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Ja, sie hatte alles unter Kontrolle.
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
Jesus. Okay, also der 5. Nachguck ist wirklich krass.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course.
Das heißt...
In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
Das heißt, Nevelet bekommt seine alte Kraft zurück.
But...
Die Gnosis beinhalten ja die Kräfte der uralten Drachen. Das Elementardrachen. Alter. Ey, was ist das für ein Nachkonquest?
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we?
Oh, und ich sterbe.
The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
Das heißt, wir haben da nur noch 6 Archons?
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Ja, es hat wirklich ein bisschen zu gut funktioniert. Jetzt kommt sie wieder zurück, die Kraft.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime?
Eigentlich schon.
Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed.
Ja.
I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you?
Absolut.
Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin,
Ja. Go on.
then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice.
Ach du Heiliger.
In other words, existence was
Okay.
Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence.
Huh.
Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others.
Ach du Heilige. Also Fossilor will man nicht als Gegner haben. Wie zum Teufel?
At this point, we,
Ey.
whether it be myself or all other Fontanians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long.
Ja.
Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
Gute Frage.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too.
Wahrscheinlich schon.
At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel.
Ja, das hat man auch gemerkt.
You are a devious one, Fossilor.
Definitiv.
Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Nein, weil sie sind unschuldig.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervillet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Wow. Das war wieder eine sehr, sehr emotionale Szene.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Ja, und das bei der richtigen Archon.
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
Yep. Absolut.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
Also, Neviat hat seine Kraft wieder.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
Naja, er hat jetzt seine Kraft wieder. Und mit diesem ganzen Medium, was in der Oatrice gesprochen wurde, das war jetzt eigentlich für das Urteil. Vielleicht ist noch etwas übrig, mit dem wir den Wald zerfetzen
I
können.
have gained the strength sufficient to
Oder
deal
so.
with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the primordial sea from that creature.
Alter, wie stark ist Neviat, bitte?
We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
Gerade eben.
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
Du meinst mich?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwal.
Okay.
Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Warte, geh mir direkt rein. Ey, es kommt eine Sache nach der anderen. Ich schwöre, ich habe keine Ahnung, wie ich das editieren soll. Fuck.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordials from the way. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless
Ihr wollt mich
find a way to
verkackeiern.
attack it from within.
Von innen also.
Share a
Super.
part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for
Ey, also das hier aufzunehmen ist ein bisschen stressig, ne? Man kann wirklich nirgends eine Pause setzen. Was ist denn das? Wo ist es? Dort. Okay, wir machen aber gut Damage. Lass kurz etwas eintippen.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility.
Okay.
Chance will present itself.
Oh Gott. Ich brauche mal Heilung, weil das hier wird shit. Okay. Scheibenglas noch. Oh, das sieht super aus. Oh Gott, Lex. Alter, was ist denn das?
Why is there a hole thingy over there? It looks really scary.
Oh dann. Legen wir mal los. Mann, ich will einfach nur hier irgendwo einen Punkt finden, wo ich die Aufnahme beenden kann. Wie zum Teufel soll ich das alles editieren? Oh Gott.
I have granted you my protection. Do
Okay.
not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress
Okay.
its root from within.
Ach du Scheiße. Ey, wenn das hier schon der Fontänenboss ist, ich will nicht wissen, was uns in Natlan und in Schnessner erwartet. Hey, wir haben es gleich geschafft. Gleich wird's richtig ballern. Oh ja, oh ja. Ich frage mich, ob ein zweiter Schuss möglich war.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh
well. Excuse me, was? Moment mal. Bevor wir jetzt weitermachen. Was läuft denn gerade? Wir springen von der einen Szene zu der nächsten und nächsten. Plot. Ich bin überfordert.
It's just supposed to be a short private training session for me.
Was?
I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
Haustier deines Meisters. Wenn das Haustier ist von deinem Meister, wie stark ist dein fucking Meister, bitte?
Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
Du bist Skirk, oder? Also, wenn Schüler hier von Tartaga die Rede ist, als Schüler dann, ja.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Skirk.
Hyman has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Childe's master. Skirk, right?
Ja.
It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
Ja.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring Narwal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
Was für eine Person würde den Sternenverschlingenden Narwal als Haustier halten? Das frage ich mich auch.
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
I guess.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Hilfe?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation.
Yep.
So what sort of person is your master? Well, Childe's master's master.
Ja, das frage ich mich auch.
Is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him.
Ihn.
Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Sertologi? Okay, den Namen haben wir noch nie gehört. Sogar nicht bei ein paar Theorien, wo ich reingeschaut habe. Wer?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Sertologi.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The
Nee.
foul?
Reiter des Bösen. Auch nie gehört.
Still nothing? Well, how about the
Oh.
Visionary? Vetterfalnir then? Or Gold Rhine-Daughter?
Die kennen wir.
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-Daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, Moment mal, warte, wenn das... Wie stark ist die bitte dann?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either.
Ach du Heilige, ey.
But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-Daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Huh.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you
Okay.
that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you.
Oh, ist wir so stark.
Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
Oh, scheiße.
What?
Nein, das war zu erwarten, Paimon, das war. Doch das ist selbstverständlich. Die Prophezeiung wird sicher wahr werden. Wir mussten das. Und haben es akzeptiert. Ja, wir konnten nichts ändern. Allerdings...
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
Ja.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Initiate emergency rescue! Hurry! Hey, lend a hand! Receding! It's a miracle! The water's receding. We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
The prophecy was wrong.
Holy shit. Wow. Ich weiß nicht, was ich dazu soll sagen.
The
Oh?
Zoll renewed. The Stunde attacks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Stunde, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it.
Ich bin so überfordert.
Starship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research
Verdammter Noah. Ich meine natürlich Wesley.
The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a
Alter, was
once
für ein
overlooked
Riesending.
hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team.
Huh.
Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
Wir haben sie nur noch nicht von dieser Seite kennengelernt.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With a disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down.
Das ist sehr gut.
The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people.
Okay.
Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
Ich bin schon ein wenig neugierig, wie es weitergehen wird.
Paimon's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
Oh, wir haben, glaube ich, noch genug Abenteuer, die wir erleben werden. Zum Beispiel mal wieder Dainsley sehen.
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Das ist auch wahr.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Irgendwann nimmt er an.
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Okay. Na dann. Letzter Akt. Geh nach Poisson. Das... ich bin überfordert. Ja, das ist wirklich der letzte Akt, weil wir bekommen das hier und das ist das Zeichen, dass wir fertig sind. Entweder jetzt kommt ein Outro oder wir gehen da weiter. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich muss auf jeden Fall kurz eine Pause machen.